Welcome into WagerTalk TV. I am Drew Martin, joined by Dave Koken and Ralph Michaels from WagerTalk.com. We're talking a big night, Saturday night, college football game here. The number 1 ranked Clemson Tigers on the road in South Bend, Indiana, against the number 4 ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish. We got 52 being the total, with Clemson laying 5.5 on the highway here, Dave. 7:30 Saturday night on NBC. Going to be a lot of action here. And of course, the big news, Trevor Lawrence not going to be playing. What are your thoughts here with the Tigers and Irish?
Well, he didn't play last week either, as we all know. And DJ came in and showed that if Trevor Lawrence is going to be the number 1 overall pick this year, probably 3 years from now, DJ might be the number 1 overall pick. Because I'm telling you what, that kid's got some skills. He's big. He's got a tremendous arm. He's got mobility. He's a star. And played great in the second half against Boston College. They took the wraps off a little bit. And listen, that's an impressive win. I know if you look at the final score and say, well, I mean, they barely beat Boston College. Maybe that's not so impressive, but they were down 28-10 in that game, and everything was going Boston College's way, and they still found a way to come back and win the game. I think that's going to be a confidence booster as they go on the road to face Notre Dame. The Irish certainly have the talent to be in this game. I think Notre Dame's going to give them a great battle. But in the end, I see Clemson winning it. I don't, however, see them winning by enough to comfortably lay the spread. I made this game 4. That's with the quarterback adjustment on my power ratings. I made Clemson 4. So I'm not real comfortable taking Notre Dame plus just a little bit more than that. Call it a lean to the Irish plus the points, but not a play for me.
All right, Ralph, what are you thinking here with likely the game of the year in the ACC?
Well, this is something new for Notre Dame. I mean, Notre Dame used to go through their conference and, they had a loss that ruined their season. Well, this probably is going to ruin their season as well. But being in the ACC now, they have this conference allegiance this year. So, that's added pressure on them. Clemson, been there and done that. I only downgraded DJ 2 points this week because it's his first road start. He impressed the hell out of me, and I totally agree with what Dave said. But I think the difference in this game is the Clemson defense. I look at what they did, and yes, Boston College did put up, 239 yards and 28 points in the first half. But remember, Jerkovic was a Notre Dame transfer who was the number 4 quarterback out of his high school class. Gill, the wide receiver out of Ohio State, was the number 6 wide receiver. Boston College's skill players actually were better high school recruits than Notre Dame because they were Notre Dame and Ohio State transfers. I think that gives Clemson, who has held 5 of their 7 opponents to a season low this year, a big advantage against the smaller wide receiver group for Notre Dame. And when I look at Ian Book the last couple of years, he faced Clemson in the bowl game 2 years ago, 3 points. Faced Georgia, an elite defense, 321 yards. Faced Michigan, an elite defense last year, 180 yards. Faced Pitt this year, did have 430 yards against a very good Pitt D, but that Pitt offense was pitiful with a new quarterback making a first road start. And no matter how good your defense is, if your offense is only going to run 40 plays and they go 3 and out every time and the defense has to be on the field, that defense is going to wear down. I think Clemson's defense shuts them down. I think Notre Dame gets held to that 17 to 20 point range. And I think Clemson can score over that 27 or 28 point range to lean with the Clemson Tigers. Won't be on my card, but clearly a clear lean for Clemson for me.
Great stuff from Ralph Michaels and Dave Koken. Follow Dave on Twitter at Dave Koken and Ralph on Twitter at CalSportsLV. Guys, enjoy the game Saturday night. Also, remember, you see the scroll at the bottom there. We got the November special, just $199. 5 full weekends of college football and the NFL, not to mention action in the weekday NFL games. So check it out, WagerTalk and SportsMemo.com, only $199.